Hello, everyone. All of a sudden, Abia State, Abia State, Abia State, Abia State. When Abia State was like a pit hole, nobody was calling Abia State. There were no military actions in Abia State. There were no all sorts of things in Abia State. All of a sudden, Abia State is finally getting good governance, accountability, and transparency. Abia State is finally one of the states that, as everything is going on in Nigeria, everything is not working well. We just look and say, okay, that is a light shining. You know, when they say there is a light at the end of the tunnel, Abia State is showing us that there is that light at the end of the tunnel. And we have seen that light and we are saying, okay, no problem. We'll continue to go. This is what good governance can look like. This is what it is when you carry in people with competence, character, capacity, and they get into office. This is what it is that can happen. All of a sudden, Abia. Now it is a military. They want to do hovering kiniko over Abia State. They want to go after illegal refinery. They want to do this thing. Why? Let me know why. Anyway, let me not talk too much. Maybe my own. I talk too much. I look at issues one kind. You know they look things the way people they look things. You they do this. You they do that. Let me go and read this. Read this particular one. The Arise TV had something where they say Nigeria's Air Force has announced plans to extend deployment of air power in Abia State following successful strikes on illegal refineries. Deployment of air power in Abia State. Which one can be air power in Abia State now? Which one can be air power? Air power in Abia State. Is that where air power should be put? What happened to Sambisa? Shouldn't we be at Sambisa, you know, sort of like putting all of these things, all of a sudden, you know, air power in Abia State? The Abia State that we are looking at, the Abia State that we are seeing, the Abia State, the Abia State that we are now having hope and say, okay, even when things are going back, it's okay, good governance. When people, we can say to people, see the difference that good governance can make. See all the things that had been happening before in Abia State. See what 1 year of someone who has competence, character, capacity can do. Someone who cares about the people. Someone who is there to say, I want to do certain things. I want to put in, you know, certain work and get those work done. And all of a sudden, airstrikes. The other day it was soldiers that were killed. And for me, thank God for the way that, you know, Alex Oti handled that whole issue. Yes, as a leader, whatever happens in your state, you must take responsibility. Act on it promptly. No excuses, nothing, no going back and forth, no saying, oh, this, that, and whatever. Just act on it. Just go there and act on it. There's this thing, this one said, somebody on Twitter called Isikote Ebu, at Isikote Ebu Ogbaya said, before Oti came, nobody mentions Abia. Suddenly, Abia is now the news and the attention. Suddenly, military is talking of deploying air power in Abia. It just seems that someone is working really hard to undermine Oti. May God protect Abia and continue to give Oti wisdom. That's the then there were, of course, there were other comments that came in. Elochukwu Ohagi said they don't want Oti to succeed, but he must succeed. Another person said somebody said, this is why I said everything about the insecurity in Southeast is sponsored. They are in success in Anambra, Imona. It's time for Abia. It goes on and on and on. This is not just Oti. There's been a grand conspiracy to undermine the success of the Igbo, someone says, and all of that. You know, there's a Hausa proverb that I love so much, which says, that means it is only when the wall cracks that the lizard can enter. If the wall doesn't crack, the lizard will not find way in there. Whether there's conspiracy or there's no conspiracy, it has to take people who are part and parcel of that place to be part of it or start something or whatever, and you still want IPOB and the other agitation and the way they've gone about it, where some people feel, oh, they have to use force, they have to use, violence and everything. Violence never works in anything. May I say this thing all the time? It might be romantic, but it never was. And of course, when there's something like that, guess what? There are people who are going to come. There are people who are going to, sort of like, undermine it. And then go on. So this is the news report from Arise TV, and I still ask the question, why Abia? Please leave Abia alone. Let us have something that when all things are bad, we are looking at it and say, okay, there's a light at the tunnel. Let's keep going. NAF's airstrikes destroy this thing. Illegal refineries and blah blah blah. All of that had gone on, before. Then there's a particular tweet that someone had made called Ikenna Nzimora at Ronald Nzimora. He said, if you don't see what they are trying to do in Abia State, you are a fool. F-O-O-L. He put it in capital, letters. Then someone did talk about illegal refineries that are there. For me, you want to fight illegal refineries, fine and good. I think for me, at this stage, nobody is saying you shouldn't fight illegality. Nobody is saying that you should spare. But the whole sudden, there's something they call optics. And sometimes the optics don't look good. And sometimes optics look good. And people will react based on the optics that they see and the way things are going. You can't just come and then you say that, oh, okay, now, this place now, all of a sudden, it's a place of interest. And then you're putting your deployment, you're doing all sorts of things. The other day, see the way military just went into Abia, packed innocent people. I remember a medical doctor who said she had gone to work to go and treat people and care for people, only for her to come back and hear that, oh, her own family had been kidnapped, her father, her siblings. There was one of them is just 15 years old, going through all of that torture because, yes, of course, soldiers had been killed. I'm not saying that our soldiers should be killed. I am anything against anything killing security agents, because for me, I always say, if they can kill security agents that way, then my life is nothing now. These are people who are trained to defend themselves and defend the country, and if they can take them away just like that, just lightly, then what is going to happen to the rest of us? So, and military, yes, must never sit down and allow their people to be killed, but then in reacting to that, in ensuring that your people, you find justice for them, you must do it within the ambit of the law. It's not for them to come and also do human rights abuses and all of that. I'm looking for also commit. Yeah, commit is the word I'm looking for. Also commit human rights abuses and go on to do that. That's not the case. But for me, I will ask again. I really don't know what the issue is, and the optics aren't looking good. Even if people say, "Oh, I personally don't like doing, conspiracy theories and whatever," but there are certain optics that they're becoming so clear that you begin to ask yourself, what is going on? Please, be cool. Make una leave Abia State alone. Abia State is the state that is giving hope, to Nigerians. You see, this is something that can happen. And of course, I know for those who are not doing the right thing, they always come after those who are doing the right thing in one way or the other. But you see, this Abia State, by the grace of God, it will succeed. We will talk, we will pray to God, we will put in the words, and thank God there is a governor who is there, focused on making sure that he gives that real governance accountability and transparency. And what I would love other governors to do is to look at Abia State and say, what is Oti even doing? I can do more than that, and do it. Biko, make it a competition. Good one.